Alright, what's good, y'all? This J.C.A. Reactions. I'm John, and back once again with the latest reaction video. Genos versus War Machine. One Punch Man versus Marvel's Iron Man Death Battle. Y'all already know who I'm voting for. Y'all already know who I'm vouching for, who I'm siding on, or whatever. Off top, I'm assuming... damn phone. Off top, I'm planning on going with War Pain, but you know how these death battle videos do, man. You might stay on the side of the person who you vouch for first, or you might end up switching, going to the other side. Who knows? I ain't played my bet yet, so let's go ahead and get into the video. I don't know what the score. I don't know what the score is for my death battle videos now, but like I said, I'll put them somewhere on the video or whatever. So let's go ahead and get into it. So without further ado, about to give out this content strictly for me to you. Let's get it. Here we go.
Sometimes the most awesome heroes aren't born, they're made. Like when I got my shotgun leg.
Well, at least some heroes know what to do with their new abilities.
Like Genos, the cyborg sidekick of One Punch Man.
And War Machine, best friend and understudy to Marvel's Iron Man.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I hope War Pain got this, bro. I hope he do.
You ever think about how if there weren't
sincerely
so many
do.
villains blowing up fictional places, we wouldn't have so many awesome heroes?
Genos was a happy 15-year-old living a quiet life, until his family and town were obliterated by a deranged cyborg.
Thankfully, he was saved by a scientist, and Genos had one request.
You're
He
almost
wanted
saying
to
how-
be a powerful cyborg, too. Weird. I mean, I guess he really liked how the other cyborg violently murdered people.
No, this was a means for revenge. Genos set out on a walkabout of justice, though it wouldn't be long until he found his match in the one and only Mosquito Girl.
This bug's making me pitch a tent, and not to keep her out, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
Luckily, another hero stepped in to save the day.
What that bug calls it?
Man himself.
Understandably impressed, Genos asked that Saitama take him on as a student.
Caped Egghead here wasn't too excited about having a sidekick, but they eventually became buds.
The two were quite the dynamic duo. Genos in particular rose to fame thanks to his adoring fans.
Yeah, he's pretty popular with the ladies, obviously. No such luck for Baldy McPuncherson, though.
To improve his
It
hero
be like
work,
that, I
Genos
swear.
received numerous upgrades and repairs from Dr. Kusino, the same man who turned him into a cyborg in the first place.
Mostly because he can't get out of a fight without something getting blasted off. He's got super durable armor over his entire body, and he can pop his limbs on and off like a friggin' lizard tail.
Genos' limbs and body are incredibly strong, able to easily defend against powerful attacks.
And the metal that makes up his body has been upgraded to protect against stuff like acid or heat, on top of them boosting his speed and overall power.
He has multiple niche upgrades as well, such as
To use the goop if he hasn't already noticed his opponents with his hyper sensors or weird cyborg eyes, which can zoom and enhance the most distant of evildoers. Dun dun.
his eye can see in infrared or track image signatures.
And it can shoot a blast of blinding light. Solar flare!
But there's far more weaponry across his body. Hidden blades, arm missiles, and electric shocks, just to name a few. With his rocket boosters, he moves faster than almost anyone. And he can even fly. Well, sort of.
You didn't even mention that his arms have freaking cannons in them.
These are his incinerators, powerful blasters of fire of which he can control the size of the resulting explosions.
And slapping both arms together makes the more powerful
Damn.
spiral incinerator blast. Then there's his ultra helix incinerator. If only I had two shotgun legs, I
Damn.
could put both of them together for an ultra leg blast.
Look like a
How
Zoid,
do you
boy.
even aim?
No, I mean, it's not that hard. All you do is first you lift one leg like this, and then you just lift the other one. Oh, God, I fell on my keys.
Anyway, the incredible energy of his Ultra Helix incinerator comes directly from a power core housed in his chest, which powers most of his tech.
But even with so much firepower, his physical attacks are awesome too. Like the time he jet drive arrow kicked this Elder Centipede asshole so hard in the teeth.
His incinerators are powerful enough to eradicate monsters, buildings, and even mountains.
By using the smallest mountain in the world as a reference, the size of the damage and the fact that he vaporized that thing makes it a feat worth 66 kilotons of TNT.
Not only is Genos strong, he's incredibly fast, moving faster than the human eye can see. He targeted and struck this city-destroying meteor rocketing through the sky.
And those big boys are no joke.
What big boys?
Meteors! things killed the dinosaurs.
Well, the fact that he was able to actually hit the big boy, not just target it, means he must have been moving 200 times faster than sound.
Genos is badass.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
enough
rocking
that
with
he
Genos so
survived
far.
getting hit with his own incinerator cannons, on top of managing to withstand getting crushed by mosquitoes. Like, a shit ton of them.
By measuring the size of that swarm, we deduced he's being crushed by 65 trillion mosquitoes, a combined weight of 358,000 tons.
Please, God, let me go anyway but that.
While a skyscraper-sized bundle of bugs is impressive, Genos has also withstood a runaway train slamming into him.
Luckily, it didn't make a dent on his power core. Without that, he wouldn't be able to do pretty much anything.
Right, the power core is unfortunately the core of his weakness as well.
Oh, I was just about to do that.
If he can take that out,
One
then
time,
he'll be able to
Genos tried
win.
to use that core to self-destruct just to kill that annoying mosquito chick. Now, that might sound crazy to you, but have you ever had to deal with 65 trillion mosquitoes all at once? I'd do it.
Regardless, Genos has shown time and time again that he's a
I mean, it's
fearsome hero
understandable.
to contend with.
Sure, he hasn't found his family's killer yet, but he has found a new family with Saitama and friends, and he'll keep getting stronger and stronger.
I will eliminate you. Stay right where you are.
You sound like 12, boy. Stay
For
right
some
there.
young boys like James Rhodes, joining the military seems the best way of making something of themselves.
And Rhodey fit right in with his knack for machinery. He got top marks in the Army and became a pilot.
Eventually becoming an expert in aviation engineering and military combat. Then, on one fateful mission, his helicopter was shot down.
Things didn't look good, but then Iron Man showed up.
Turns out Rhodes wasn't the only one in trouble. Tony Stark was stranded without enough power for his suit and asked for his help. The two began an epic adventure that turned them into close friends. Rhodes stepped into the shoes of a superhero and became a man his younger self would be proud of.
And being Tony's best bud had some perks, like taking over as Iron Man sometimes. Who wouldn't jump into that suit at the first chance?
Next time, baby.
And eventually, Tony offered Rhodes a superpowered suit of his very own.
That's
Yeah, I
when
think they did that
regular
on
old James
Iron Man.
Rhodes
Yeah, they did that
became
on Iron Man
War
too.
Machine.
Or they probably did on one. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
remember.
it's like Iron Man but with more guns.
Rhodes had spent years trying to find his place in the world. As War Machine, he found a way to truly make something of himself.
He already. Oh, and these babies are a beautiful piece of work. Just look at all those weapons.
The suit is a specialized variation of the typical Iron Man armor, focusing more on firepower,
Firepower.
than tactics and maneuverability. Clearly,
And not
Its alloy is
necessarily
composed
close
of
range.
titanium and vibranium,
Hey, like Captain America's shield.
which means it's both extremely durable and light enough to fly at incredible speeds. Very important given the computers, life support systems, and other devices housed within the unit.
That's not even talking about what Rhodey fights with. His fine-tuned ride's got repulsor rays and a unibeam in the chest. And did I mention guns, guns, and more guns? Get a look at that. Machine guns, Gatling guns, laser guns, flamethrowers, the works.
The suit can generate electromagnetic pulses, particle beams, and even drain energy from opponents.
He's
This baby's so
a long
sweet, I
range
felt
user.
inspired to upgrade some of my own arsenal.
His most up-to-date suit includes incredible chameleon systems that allow him to not only become invisible, but intangible, bypassing scanners and phasing through walls.
You know, I could really use that next time you try to stab me with a trident.
It was one time, and in the most dire of circumstances, War Machine has a self-destruct function he can call upon to make sure his tech doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I mean, this work of art can scan for things like weird light and electromagnetic signals. But even if Rhodey doesn't see it coming, he can handle the craziest of attacks.
Not only has he been thrown through a mountain with enough force to cause an earthquake,
He survived getting nuked. You see the size of that crater? Compared to War Machine himself, this looks like the explosion was over 2.5 megatons of TNT.
and the suit is fast enough to fly into orbit and out into space.
Take that, Elon Musk. No, but please send me one of your
I don't know though. It can go either way.
Yes, you.
Given how it only takes War Machine about 10 seconds to exit the planet's orbit, and measuring the distance he's traveled, this puts him at flying speeds over Mach 620.
And while he may be speedy, Rhodey's also strong enough for his hits to be the first and last. He's lifted cars, thrown tanks, and tossed a dude so hard he destroyed a spaceship.
Not to mention the fact that Tony created the War Machine suit to be on par with his own Iron Man suits.
And remember, Rhodey even acted as Iron Man for a while, so plenty of what Tony can do, he can do too. Including
I
the
can figure
time
that.
Tony blew up a massive rock the size of Manhattan.
Of course, everything he's experienced as a superhero and in the army hasn't exactly been the best for his mental state, which has unfortunately left him with pretty drastic cases of PTSD and survivor's guilt, even sometimes feeling he's not worthy of the high-tech armor he wears.
But he'll push past it to rescue his friends, as well as the rest of mankind. Time and time again, Rhodey's proven that Tony isn't the only armored Avenger. Also, did I mention the guns?
I don't know though. It can go either way. It can go either way.
But first, we'll tell you about him so you don't end up looking like One Punch Man.
I don't know. I mean, I said I was gonna be on War Machine side, but I might be on Genos side right now. Cause think about it. Genos is a long range fighter and a close range fighter. War Machine is just a long range fighter. He can't really be doing all the close combat stuff. But Genos is known for, well, for far as what they told me, Genos is more. He can't exit out of a fight without getting towed up in some way, shape, or form. But he can also detach his limbs and the whole nine, all that type of stuff. And from what I understand, the Genos is more faster than War Machine. But War Machine got a better I already said long range moves. But if Genos cannot get in close range combat and him to deal fatal blows, then War Machine gonna get him hands down. And also Genos got the core. If he removes the core away from Genos, then War Machine might win. So I don't know. I'ma wait. Go ahead.
Never a day to myself, huh? Hey there.
Oh, and Genos can't fly, by the way.
Is a serious offense, young man. One more of you, huh?
He barely can, but not really.
I'll turn you to scrap.
And you gonna do him like that?
A little hot-headed, are we?
Oh snap! They both can. Oh snap!
Hey, cheese. Need a hand? I already have one.
Who am I gonna vouch for though? Who am I gonna vouch for? I wanna go with. I'll go with War Machine. Fuck it. War Machine. Now bump that. I'm going with Genos. I'm sorry. I can't choose for real. No. Forget that. I'm sticking with War Machine. Some tell me. These just Shaquille O'Neal his ass? Oh, he can do invisibility?
Huh. I guess he ran off. That suit was ugly anyway.
Really?
This is my Sunday best.
They with the Kamehameha jump, bruh. Look like Cell and Goku all over, Cell versus Gohan all over again. Again. Some told me to go with War Machine. Some told me.
Come on, die already!
If he take out the cord, it's over with.
Not yet. I'm taking you with me.
What?
Sorry it had to be this way. Don't talk to me. You got it.
I told you, War Machine. I knew it. I knew it.
Looks like Genos is
Oh.
on board.
Genos was certainly a serious threat in the field of battle. However, Rhodes held a solid advantage in many different aspects.
He's
I'm
had
starting to
years
get
of
good with
training
these
in the
bets, bro. I
military,
swear.
even before becoming a superhero, which means he's been doing this for way longer.
Stratagems aside, let's compare their power output. At his best, Genos had kicked the Elder Centipede backward.
Which was freaking huge.
According to an interview with a One Punch Man manga illustrator, Elder Centipede's body measures 15 meters wide. With that and scaling to its surroundings, we determined its full size
gotta start
to be
watching
over
One Punch Man,
700
too.
meters long. The force to knock aside something this large would have to be over 15 megatons of TNT.
But War Machine's got the edge over that. Remember the giant rock that was the size of Manhattan?
Taking the square footage of Manhattan and the height of the rock, we found that the energy it would take to shatter a rock of this size comes out to over 280 teratons of TNT.
Way more than
Teratons.
Genos knocking around the big bug. War Machine's orbit-breaking flying speed proves he's a lot quicker, too. But even if he could get a hit in, Genos had no way to counter Rhodey's energy-draining tech and Ghost Chameleon mode.
Genos was certainly a powerful contender, but War Machine's overwhelming firepower and high-tech abilities were just too much for the teenage cyborg.
Yeah, War Machine was on the road to victory.
The winner
Shout
is
out to War
Machine.
Machine. Why I keep saying Pain? Shout out to War
Thanks for
Machine.
watching this episode of Death Battle.
I knew I'd be right.
You can find it linked in the description below.
All right, who we got
And you
next?
can check out a link
Who next
to the
up?
Battle card and dice game.
Fairy Tale versus. Alright, I don't know who these two people are, but I'm gonna still react to the death battle anyway. Alright. Well, if y'all request, whatever, I'll still react to the death battle. But man, woo! I ain't know who really choose for, bro. I ain't know who choose for. Because I was on the fence about Genos a little bit because Genos could go, I was figuring Genos can go toe to toe with War Machine because I didn't think War Machine could deal with close range battles, but come find out it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So, hey, War Machine got in that ass. Alright, y'all, that my reaction to Genos versus War Machine death battle. If y'all like this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If y'all thought Genos should have won, or if y'all agree with my my choice on War Machine or whatever, let me know in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and have the conversation. I'll check y'all out in this video. Peace.